up here. Dale, that. Oh, the shower today.
Huh?
I took a shower today.
I'll sit wherever. Anywhere I'm told to sit, I'll sit. I don't.
Okay. All right. So we can. So everybody. I don't think anybody had a chance because I think I forgot to email you guys the minutes. So. I mean, they look good to me. Alright.
Good to see him at the last one after all. Makes me feel good that you're later than I was, Heather. Thanks.
Sure, Penny, 5 minutes.
I'm glad I went back for my rest. I'm glad I went back upstairs for my bed because I'm like super cold.
It is good here.
My Dave, I just bring copies to the meetings. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Just printed one up, bro.
Okay.
For Stella.
Yeah, the budget for school. Or over here somewhere. Somewhere here.
Robin, I think that's the same one I put in your packet already. That's what you have the way it's on. Yeah.
I'll put it up in case you
Thank you.
Anybody have any, you guys think the minutes look okay?
I don't see anything.
I didn't see anything either.
I kind of like barely remember last month's meeting.
Well, I wasn't there. So it can't say much.
Oh, yes.
All right, I guess I'll go ahead and speak up. I'll make a motion to accept the meeting minutes from September 15th, 2025.
I'll second.
All in favor? Aye. Perfect. All right, moving right along here. We will look at the school budget. Okay. Okay. Let me go like switch gears here.
So I think you said there, they went over.
Yeah.
They went over already.
So it looks like, yep, health insurance. Workers' comp is always over.
I don't understand.
So with the wages on the school budget, why does it look like we're already going to be over?
Funny. Why are you guys over on workers' compensation again this year?
What was the question?
The workers' comp, like they're already like over on it. It seems like every year they're always over on.
I can answer that if you want, because I asked
Okay.
Kathy about it before, not before. Because the rates get set after the budget gets done,
Similar to the health insurance.
because they go from June, July to June, the rate gets set after, like our insurance rate just got set. So we, for the town side, we're good because we know what's going to happen, but the rates get set after. And as I'm sure you might slide into this about the insurance, that might be another conversation that comes up. But yeah, that's why on some of that stuff is because the rates are set after the budget is completed.
It's too bad there wasn't a better way to,
But I think they need to look at that and say, okay,
because they're consistently, like, you guys consistently always go over, so it's kind of like, it'd be nice to be able to say like, okay, the past 5 years, we've consistently increased like 3%, so.
Right. I think we could do that as long as the budget committee remains mindful that we would then increase by what we normally would increase, plus what we are seeing on top of that, because there's a normal increase you build in, so we have to build in above that in order to accommodate. what the
Well, I mean,
rates
for the
are gonna be.
workers' comp line, obviously, they're not doing it, and they're not projecting correctly because they always go over. Does that make sense?
Yes, but I don't know how much control the school FAU has on those figures, I mean, you're right. They can
But I
look
mean,
at
if they
it.
look back at like 5 years and say on average they increase like 3%, but the SAU only budgets for like a 2%, and then you come to us with like a 3 or 4% increase to say like, because history has shown us they keep going up this much, we want to budget properly.
I know we've seen jumps in the last time, the two budgets that I've been involved with, significantly over what they've seen in the past.
Well, and then also, if I'm not mistaken, I think you might be able to speak to it, isn't workers' comp based according to salaries? So for at least the teacher side, you should be able to have better ideas because those salaries are set in stone for the next 3 years. And provided that you guys don't do last minute adjustments on everyone else, it should be a little bit better of a projection. But I think when they make their projections of their increase, they're doing it based upon salaries that they have in mind versus what then gets voted in. Like, perfect example, the paras, they had to think a 3% increase, which was ridiculous. And then last minute, at the 11th hour, you guys went ahead and gave them a raise to $20, like a $4 raise. So obviously, that's gonna throw a hiccup in it. So, I mean, I think better planning too. Which, by the way, does the SAU send out a message to like the bus drive, like the person who runs the buses and all of that about like what are they doing for research to better prepare to make sure everyone's being paid appropriately so we're not running into this constant last minute issue with people's pay? Because I'm already seeing people on Facebook asking about like bus driver pay and who they need to talk to before the budgets get set.
Well, there are some,
Has there been a wage study done at all?
no,
They never do one, that's the problem. Or if they do, they're not, whoever is pulling the numbers is not pulling numbers accurately. And last year, the paras were like kind of a prime example. And then it was like a hasty decision to make everybody across the board $20, which, I mean, isn't quite fair to the person that has, 15 years experience versus the person that just walked through the door knowing nothing. So,
yeah, that's what they asked for.
yeah. I mean, hopefully this year you guys can kind of better prepare so we're not continuously running into this.
That would be good.
It's the topic of discussion at our finance committee.
Disability insurance is way under too.
Oh, yeah.
But I think that's another thing that's salary, like driven.
That's what I wonder.
Yes, Roxanne?
So, I just have a question, Stephanie, and I don't know if they answered this, since the school board meeting, maybe no one's gonna come up tonight, is health insurance, dental insurance, we know that there's a deficit there. Last year's coverage on this and this upcoming year. We didn't give the answer as to how much money is left, we know how much money is left over in the budget, it's like 80,000. The question was, is that 80,000 after we pay warrant articles, or is that
I don't have the answer.
Thought they said the other night that was after it warned.
They,
I thought they said the other night that was after they paid.
I thought that
no, they weren't, they couldn't give a,
was the question.
yeah, it wasn't a definitive answer.
Because if the case is if it's before they pay more, it's not gonna be enough to pay all the
Right.
because the
Right.
$80,000, $70,000 for the building. So one of them, $7,000 won't happen to special education. But if it is after it, then that's probably kind of good because potentially.
Well, if we can use it, I don't know if you can use the prior years to pay for something that was for this year or not.
Well, I
That's
don't
what I
think-
asked.
You have to do
But
like,
is that
Looking into that as
But is
well.
that 69,000 for this year? I think, my understanding is that 69,000 is for last year.
Yes, yeah.
yeah.
I believe
Yep.
that's for 20,
But last
24,
year
25.
on our budget or last year calendar year? 'Cause
No,
then that's
well,
gonna be a
that's
whole.
last year budget. I think it was based off of last year's budget, meaning that the insurance numbers
Yeah.
should have been 69.
We should have those answers.
Okay, I was just curious, I didn't know.
School
if
board
maybe
meeting,
heard-
but
just-
no, I didn't get an answer to that. It's
So-
sent it to the finance committee, we can immediately go to the board meeting and then they can.
So that kind of leads me into this, the other question of, so the 60, I understand, like I said, that 60 or $70,000 pretty much. I believe that was for 24, 25 budget. Now we're working on the 25, 26 budget.
Mhm.
My understanding is the rates for this budget this year are 16% under.
Yeah.
And then, so you have to take that and then whatever you're going to budget for next year.
Oh, I didn't have it 60% on it. I had it, there was going to be a 16% increase in the cost of the insurance next year.
Okay, so that, yeah, so maybe that's the timing, right? Because then, because if it's 69,000 in the deficit from last year, then are you,
Not a
then are we
deficit,
saying
that
this
was-
year's rates are okay, but then it's gonna be a 16% increase next year? I feel like I feel like,
So the 69 that we have to pay back is because we were forced to exhaust the state funds that were previously used to offset that cost. So we didn't budget it incorrectly. They're saying, hey, by the way, now that money you were budgeting and planning to use by this fund is not available. And every school board across that uses school care is dealing with the same issue.
So does that mean that school is going to be looking at other health insurance carriers and getting out of
So,
that?
yes, the health insurance to the CBA teachers is in the contract. We did ask that we contact, it's not, it says school care or an acceptable alternative.
Yeah.
So they have to go back to have a discussion with the school board about whether they want the SAU and are more comfortable with the SAU putting it out to bid. I imagine they would be, because it's an increase that's going to hit their pockets as well.
Right.
So once we get that green light, then we'll start putting it out to bid and see what other options are out there, including what you mentioned.
yeah, because we got our rates back for, this, they just approved it like 2 weeks ago or whatever. And, it's an increase of about, say 9%.
Yeah.
However, I can tell you, so I think a single plan for health insurance with a health trust, I'm going to throw out this, I think $50 every 2 weeks, it's $100 a month. And it's pretty good health insurance.
Through the health trust?
Yeah.
The health trust has
So
great
I'm
health
thinking,
insurance.
I would like to see what a single plan is on the care, school's care versus health insurance. Because I mean,
And whether or not they're going to charge the town different than they're going to charge the school.
yeah,
I don't know if it's going to be apples to apples, to be honest with you, but
well,
let's
it's
see what they
going
give
to
us.
be different, because actually, I think on the town side, we have people who are more labor, more people who are more labor intensive potentially. Maybe not in our town because we're small, but I mean, like in a bigger town, you have the DPW.
People that are going to use their insurance more.
So, yeah, but yeah, it would be interesting to see, but I just wanted to go out there, we did get our rates back and they were like,
So if you were to have a larger pool of employees under a plan, does it change the cost?
Usually that does, and usually the age of your employees will actually lower the cost of your coverage too, so.
yeah.
I was just wondering, like, if it would be able to, if health trust was an option for the teachers, if it would be worth their while for all the staff and employees, the town, the taxpayer, and everybody, if they were able to merge under one policy.
I don't think you can do town and school together.
Just as a further, so you said it was 16%, so if I took the health, the dental and disability and added it all up for this budget, we're looking at about $94,000 increase for health insurance next year.
And that's without factoring in any of the salary increases.
Well, yeah, but I mean, your health insurance isn't based off of your salaries, your health is based off of the plan or whatever, but it's, so it's not gravity, it's gonna be $100,000 increase for health insurance.
Right.
Thompson is doing
Okay.
yeah.
When will you guys have a better understanding of like what you guys are gonna do for health insurance? Because the clock is kind of ticking away.
The plan was to try and have a meeting with the Teachers Association before the next board meeting, so that they could have the opportunity to get those out to bid, but it does take a couple of months, I was told, to get those back. It's not like an instant turnaround, so I think Kathy's going to preliminarily base it on 16% increase until we do otherwise, just to have some numbers to work with to come here with.
So where right now is kind of open enrollment for most people, I would kind of hope or think that it would possibly be a little bit quicker.
All right.
I mean, it's that, or I hate to say it, but I mean, if a warrant article gets pushed through that the teachers pay
Oh.
more,
I don't think you can because of their CBA.
I don't think their CBA has a thing on it for the
Yeah,
percentage.
well,
I was told that it wasn't at the hearing. I asked that question specifically.
so I don't have that as
Yeah, because if the CBA doesn't cover that, then that would be an avenue that we would probably have to go.
So at the last school board meeting, the numbers came out that we have a total enrollment townwide of 240 per student, which is 20 students less than what was last year. I'm curious, is that up in the middle school to high school, or is that down in the elementary? Because I would think if it's in the high school, middle school, that would affect our tuition rate,
Yep.
so we can drop that.
It is because it's 154 in the elementary school right now.
How much was the elementary before?
Last year was 155.
So it is, so that's,
So
so
it's-
there is some, I think there's going to be.
I'm proud of myself.
The numbers may be adjusted as on the tuition. How many kids we're gonna charge for tuition on the tuition line? You know, instead of saying 100, maybe it's down to 85.
Yeah,
Which is
yep.
gonna be, it's good, hopefully, based on some of that savings. Yeah, interesting, I thought those numbers were, sorry, no.
You're fine. Also, Heather, on the school board services, the contracted services line on that is over. Like, what does that entail? Like, what does that cover? It's on page 3. It's the contracted services
I think
line at the top
I think that's, because I've asked it before, I think that's like speech, OT.
for school board services.
Oh, school board certificate, never mind.
Oh, the contracted services?
Yeah. What is it like? What is usually?
I believe that's, yeah, that's, I believe, I'll double check with Kathy, but I believe that's what we're paying for the SAU.
Wait, what? For we?
$3,000 is what you're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. Oh. Whew.
The SAUs is online, that's down below, that's 242,000.
oh, okay.
Sorry.
Contracted services, is that not for the school board association?
Oh,
I have no idea.
I think I know what that is. Yeah, that's the NH.
Oh.
That came in, that you're part of that group now, Heather.
That's the dues and fees, though.
That's that guy who came in and spoke.
Yeah, but that's dues and fees.
Peter?
Oh, I
That's
thought,
not-
yeah, that's dues and fees.
Educational media services is what Kathy.
What the fuck?
Hold on.
Okay. So your telephone line is gonna be over, because you're already at just below 75%. So that'll end up being over too. On the office of the principal. Maybe I should stop calling.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you were saying.
So on the office of the principal section, the telephone line is at 74.87%, and we're only in October. So that will end up being way over. So that was under
And I don't
budgeted.
know if that's something they're doing monthly, or they're doing, like, if they pay it for a set period of time, I don't know.
Yeah,
So I can find out though.
yeah, that'd be good.
Office of the principal says it from here up, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
I was confusing me.
That's-
today.
is that like the secretary and all of that, or is that just?
Don't listen to me today, you guys. Yes, you're right. I lied to you, Heather. I'm so sorry.
She was just making sure you were paying attention.
Oh, God.
Clearly I'm not.
I'm so glad you're here.
You know,
I was like, damn, where are you? Yes.
Scratch that question.
Yes, please just scratch that.
The encumbrance, and I'm like,
Oh, Christ sakes. Sorry, guys.
It's a Monday night.
So this should just, so wait, this right here should just be the principal's wage, right? For the office of the principal, for the wages under that, is that just the principal's wages?
No, that can't be, because that's way more than what she was budgeted.
Well, I think it was budgeted more because it was set before she was hired.
But it was, her contract was only like 104, 105-ish. So this is way more.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the other one, the previous principal, that was it.
yeah, so it was
He,
budgeted for
he
him.
was not making $150,000. His was budgeted for 107,
And she's under that.
and she's under that.
Okay.
She was, I thought it was like 97 or 90.
The front
Was it
office
like
too,
the
yeah.
Secretary,
I
Yeah.
believe it includes her. I'm not sure.
that's what I was trying to figure out.
Yes, please. Oh, God.
Because, well, then it doesn't make sense because so for here, it's like wages and it's only like one person.
Remaining.
Oh, remaining,
That's
okay. So it's
see?
remaining, okay.
Yeah. It's a bad
Well,
name.
because isn't it different on the town side? They don't have the remaining, or
Yeah,
use.
no, the town side is the percentage
you
spending.
use. Okay,
Yeah.
that's why.
I
That's why I always look at it that way.
Yeah, this is so messing me up today. So sorry. Oh, Lord. Yeah. Oh, shit. All right. We've already done workers' comp.
Damn progressives.
Why is there an encumbrance for the snow removal? We have to pay what us that.
What the hell is that?
There is a contracted amount, and
Here.
there's like, they go over us, so.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Oh, my God. No, lady, this is it.
Do they go out for bid every year to find somebody new to make sure, we're always staying like competitive? Or do you guys just stick with one place?
I know that last year county was quoting in for government work, so we got the benefit of her quotes on that, and that's why we were able to, she was able to say, no, what we're getting is better than we were looking for other quotes, so.
But did we actually like put it out to bid? Like, did they post on the website?
For that one in particular, I feel like we asked for that before.
I wonder if it would be worth like posting a bid and seeing who could,
I mean, it's always worth it to
yeah, I mean,
shop around.
Yeah.
I did.
I have a question, Heather, and this is probably gonna not sound very nice, but I don't mean, like, I'm not directing it like, it's not personal or anything. Does the school board ever make decisions on their own, or do they just take what the SAU tells them and go with that?
We don't have the authorization authority to go out and get bids ourselves. That's not something that the school board has the authority to do.
So-
That's beyond our ability to do. We can tell the superintendent to do that, but it's their office that has to actually go out.
Okay, so do you guys do that and say like, no, we want 8 bids for
Be-
snow removal because everybody's out on Facebook throwing out their services and we want to see who's gonna give us the best quote?
You need people that are insured.
Oh, no, I
Because-
totally,
Hire anybody.
no, I get it, I understand, but what I'm saying is like, I think if the school or the SAU regularly put things like that up for bid, you're gonna keep the person that you have, if they're the best price, like, you're gonna keep them on their toes.
Things that go
Because
out,
they
we're gonna
know.
have a cap. What's the cap for the town? Like, unless it's over this, we're not, yeah.
Oh.
For the
I thought
town,
it was
we do,
10.
I believe
I
it's
actually thought it was
$4,000, we look to get 3 bids. I guess, I don't know, maybe to piggyback off your question, Sierra, is, I guess, what I would say is, does the school board, it's the school board's budget, it's not the SAU's budget.
Right.
So the SAU is the financial advisor, I guess. And they come in and they say, hey, this is what we think your budget's gonna be next year, you know. But ultimately, it's the school board who has to say, yeah, we're good with it. Or do you, you know, if that.
Well, I guess it's because, like,
That's what I look at, is ultimately, it's just like the board of Selectmen, we can say, this is what our budget is, and, you know, like our department heads can come in and say, blah, 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 but ultimately the board of Selectmen say, this is what our budget is, and we present it to you, and then you say, yeah, no, that's not good.
Right.
or whatever.
well, I guess it's more so because, you know, I mean, if the SAU, if the superintendent's office is the one that has to post the bids, I mean, they report to the school board. You are the boss of the SAU, of the superintendent. So if it's something, you know, of like snow plowing or whatever, then we should be getting multiple bids. So we shouldn't just be taking, because what they get for over there doesn't always benefit here, because we aren't as big as they are. We don't have 6 other towns paying into, you know, covering our school. It's just one town. So it would make more sense to have the directive at the superintendent to be putting more things out to bid for Middleton, as opposed to including Middleton in their decisions, or them getting their information, passing that along to us.
So I can tell you, I had a conversation with Carolyn back in the spring, and when I expressed a lot of frustration, and she said to me point blank, she doesn't make all the decisions. She's here and contracted to advise, and she makes advisements and recommendations, and it's the school board's prerogative to say yes or no. And there are certain things that, you know, you can't override on her, she can't override on you, like when it comes to hiring. But ultimately, the buck stops with you guys. You are the ones that sign the contracts for everything. So it would be nice to see you guys question a little bit more, because I think we could get a lot more for our money. Or instead of just taking and trust. I mean, it's very easy to take their word and say like, oh, they're looking out for our best interests, but I think the board needs to start being a little bit more proactive and looking out for the taxpayer. Because they're just going the path of least resistance, and let's face it, they're contracted, and it's a percentage of the Kingswood budget. So whether they bust their tails for us or they sit back and just take the easy road, they're not going to make anything more or anything less. So they're going to go the path of least resistance, which is just natural behavior.
Yep. All right. I'm also with the school side. Everybody else good?
Is it, can you broach the subject of doing a wage study?
Perfect.
The what?
A wage study.
And
That'd be
help
good,
out with costs,
especially if I like
you know.
bus drivers.
And I asked about, I had asked about staffing assessment, which they did. What I was told at the last finance committee meeting, there was no identified additional staffing.
I actually have one more question for you, and it could have been answered at the last meeting. I don't know. I didn't watch it. Do we have final numbers for last year's budget? Like, what is that 80? No, we don't have. So, like, what was left over after the end of last year?
We haven't seen the financials, all we were provided was the number.
And we still need to confirm whether or not that will have to go to
Okay.
Like 80,000,
Oh.
81,000,
So that's the 81
$81,527 and 82 cents.
And we don't know if that includes the payment to the warrant
Right,
articles?
and we don't have.
We don't know if it's
that
before or after.
supports that income, that 81,000.
Okay.
It should be available now for the
We got an extension,
I was gonna say she did, but,
Okay.
She got a 30-day extension, she said.
All
so
right.
we should have that.
yeah.
Okay. All right, on this town side, we should be about 75%, right? This is through September. Look at that. Nice.
How
and
are we
even.
doing with the trash? How are we doing with the trash contracts?
CRFs are in there, they should be.
Right, well, that's okay.
Did it just,
Well, it backs up your number.
Yeah, it does.
what?
No, the CRFs are on here.
Oh, yes, no, that,
I mean, they should be, because we're below the 75.
Yeah.
Go ahead, say, ask him which questions.
trash contract? Well, I'm just shouting it out, whoever wants to answer me.
We're waiting for the final numbers still, aren't we?
Well, we have
But we have
contract.
basically the
Numbers are coming
contract,
out.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
It is what it
We're
is.
Looking at, I believe it's $30,000, it's basically our tax cap,
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
so.
beautiful.
How convenient.
Yeah.
Well, no, I think last month you guys were still trying to work something
No,
out, so.
I should say, Casel's been very accommodating. I mean, the guy who told me from Casel's been very good. They gave us the same rate, because our contract, I don't know why, they, prior board, because they did the contract from July to June.
On that kind of fiscal year, yeah.
And then it's like, we are in January to
December.
December, so it wasn't, our budget was not only incorporating the increase.
Well, I think I
Right.
remember from the last time before, because I think Joe got the original from Bernard. He was kind of rushing because
Well,
the
that's-
waste management was, and I think it was just,
Prior contracts were always done like in June.
June.
Yeah.
So.
nobody ever adjusted.
Stella has actually fixed it, so now our contract will go from January to December.
Okay.
So they had to, kind of adjust, because the contract was up in June. So
Right.
they adjusted for us for this year. And
Okay.
They kind of kept it steady, then they increased it for like September, October, and it's steady to maybe the end of January starts. And then it's all February to December, it's one flat rate. Well, it's one flat rate per month, and then we pay by tonnage, so.
Right.
Now, it's a 3-year contract, right? And then did you, because I know at the Board of Selectmen meeting last time you were asking about the breakdown, there wasn't in, you didn't see it off the bat in the contract.
Well,
Bring share?
I only saw, we only see the contract numbers for 27, 27, 28.
Okay.
I want to see them for 20, I want to see.
Right.
what it is. And then we are looking at, working with them to go to the bins, the automatic bins.
That would be for like 3 years.
Well, I think we may be able to incorporate that sooner, you know, as far as what they cost would be, whatever. right?
Well, you also said it would take a while to get in trucks.
Right, but I mean, so that's one of those things where, you know, the cost to offset, doing like the bin, where everybody has a standard size bin, whatever, that, because it's a sort of truck, but it's less labor intensive.
Right, so you're not,
Whereas if you, right now, we are depending on the labor, the guy that's on the back of the truck.
Right.
You know, Tony said, you know, before COVID, you know, the guy might have been $20 an hour, now they're up to $30, you know, how that all happens. And so, at least with the making the bins, it's a little more steady cost. So, we are working that out, but we do have numbers for next year, I believe it's like $35,000.
and there's, I mean,
And then it will go up over the course of 3.
That's what we all want to see. We haven't seen those numbers.
And are we still paying extra for like our bulk days for the tonnage on that?
oh yeah,
So is there, have you guys talked about,
They put in an estimate of what that would be, because obviously if they're only charging us the rate of monthly plus the tonnage for each month.
yeah,
It would be over because, you know,
Yeah.
They're riding around on boat day,
Oh, I know.
so, any questions?
Yeah, actually, I actually have a few of them on this one.
On Garmin.
Yeah, this is, intrigues me a little bit. So, was any other company looked at?
We,
Pickens River
we
is
did
one.
reach out to,
Are there any other
There's like
companies?
two others.
Not get back to us. I think there, so I had reached out to, I can't think of the guy's name, from Recycle Center, because I wanted to kind of pick his brain and say, town maybe years down the road, maybe 5, 10 years down the road, let's have our own, recycle stuff, our own, transfer station.
Yeah.
And he said right now, there are only 3 major companies in the game that would like service our area. He
Yeah.
owns one, Waste Management, then he says this place out of Maine. And by that
Toriano
time, we had already
or
been in
something.
the contract, in the contract, to
Uh-huh.
meet, and I never heard of him, whatnot, so.
Okay. And then, was it ever a possibility or a thought to reach out to neighboring towns and see if we could negotiate with them to use their transfer stations?
No, but actually, that's kind of good about, no, it isn't, and it is probably, and we can probably take a look at, but I'm gonna bet. most
They're
of the
probably gonna
time
say
they'll
no.
no.
Okay, because my thought
That would be my
process,
thought.
right? I mean,
But
because
it is worth having a conversation.
yeah, because I mean, my thought process would be, reach out to a neighboring town that has a transfer station. Obviously, we would have to pay towards their, toward so take whatever it is minus the increase, or maybe even lower if it would be possible, of what we have in our budget for that, and pay that town, and then us residents would still have to pay to acquire a dump sticker or whatever. So I mean, it was just
Which
a
is what most transfer stations.
Yeah.
Right. If you're gonna bring a TV, you have to pay $10, so whatever they're,
Yeah.
kind of like when we do the 1 day electronic day to do, or whatever. I mean, but obviously, if we could hook up with a neighboring town.
Right.
It would be ideal. Highly unlikely, I think.
Yeah.
Just the
Well-
reality, because, trash is, it's.
Well, the dump in Rochester apparently is getting like
But waste-
pretty full.
That was supposed to close like 5 years ago. I think
Yeah.
it's only been extended now to like 2000.
And I've heard like Rochester doesn't pay for their trash removal, but I heard that that's
It's all going on.
going to be changing soon.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's
If we pay by tonnage, what if we limited how many barrels we put out?
Well, so, right, so this is.
So I understand the whole, like,
so This is
other
what
barrel
Tony,
thing, but,
this is
like,
what
now-
Tony had said, it's like, this. We go to those bins, you would get a.
95.
95 gallon, or, say you're a little lady, you can get a 65.
Right.
However, if you want another bin, the town is gonna subsidize bin. And, that's all embedded in the cost. But if you wanted an extra bin, you're paying for that, you pay that people would be paid directly to the seller, this and that. So we're
More than
paying
one
a
person.
tonnage, but we're not paying.
How many
a
bags
barrel,
do you get
we're not
of
paying
those?
for
No, I'm talking
Yeah.
about now.
I've never used
Like,
those.
We just got a big tote.
Could you
can fit
put out
quite-
something that says, each house is allowed 2 barrels? Because you drive by some houses, and
5 or 6
it looks like there's been a frat party there for like 5 weeks. That's a lot. You know what I mean? Like, and it's like, I
Some
put out 1 barrel for 2. So
When did
We
during
have
the
this conversation.
Right.
It's
What-
how you police it, right? I mean,
You
we
tell
don't
the
have-
truck
we don't have a-
driver.
Right, we don't have a limit on it, and so maybe that's something we need to look at and say, you're only
Wait.
gonna go out to put out
Right.
Do we'd have to revise the town ordinance for that, put it into the
Well, I mean,
ordinance?
actually, there is a town ordinance that requires people's garbage to be in garbage cans.
Yes,
With a
it
lid.
is.
Right.
Yep, with a lid. Also, it could be, I mean, not that most people are gonna wanna do that, but increase the price for the bulk stickers.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that was gonna
Yeah, and I don't,
Well-
I know that right now we give 2 free, I don't necessarily know that that's the way we.
It might not be,
Feasible.
we might.
Well,
not be
in
able to
Dover,
sustain
Dover,
that.
you have to pay for your trash bags. Everything has to go in a Dover trash bag, so you have to pay for it.
So, yeah, we're trying to look at some creative ways, but I mean, yeah, so I'll actually pull back to reaching out to the area towns. I think it's a good idea, however, I think we're gonna.
It's probably gonna be a no, but, you
No,
know,
hey, it's worth asking.
that's
You're
really,
looking for something for this year coming up, and say, like, you can only have, like, a reasonable amount of trash, you know?
Yeah.
For bulky.
If you
Put
need
it out
more than
on
one of those
Monday.
big
There's people that
bins.
drive around looking for metal, looking for
Yeah.
people's trash, not, you know,
but we
one
also,
man's trash is another man's treasure.
we were also
You know, let
having,
somebody take it, put it out.
It's
earlier
true.
than that.
but we were also having an issue where Pinard was picking up stuff that didn't have stickers too.
Yeah.
So,
Right, right.
you
They're
know,
very
like,
generous.
Actually, they kind of crack down on that,
Yeah.
because we run into, because, you know, how much trash doesn't get picked up, we know about it, and it's a big call, and it's like, well, we can have folks stick it on, you know, it's mattresses, this and that.
Right.
Technically, they'll take it as long as it can fit in a garbage bin. Right. So, you know, if you're a carpet, you cut it up.
Right.
They'll take it, but if you just put the carpet out there, they aren't gonna take it technically on a regular week, but.
You put it in the contractor
they'll
bag.
take it on bulk
Or
basis.
come on.
So, yeah, you can create it, whatever, but I know that Tony has been, but, and I have to say, Tony has been very, Casella now, has been very accommodating in taking pretty much whatever is on the road.
right,
What it
I
costs
don't
us.
necessarily think I would,
yeah.
I think it takes a little guy in the back of the truck.
But they're being nice, but it's costing us
That's
because the tonnage.
Right, 'cause- well, that's where my thing is, like, I started putting my bulk stuff out like 3 weeks ahead of hand from, and like, it's sat there for 3, so I think it really comes in the back, where's in the back of the truck. If we could limit like the regular trash,
but right,
Then-
and the bulk stuff, it may be a matter of, I mean.
like, if we don't wanna go to a place where we have
Right.
to buy trash bags from the town or from the precinct, but if we can go under that 30.
What people don't realize is we pay, you know, I mean, probably, other than our departments, garbage is our biggest cost.
Yeah.
Right, and that's why I'm like, to bring it down some, limit to what they can put out there, like how many bags or how many barrels they
Yeah.
can put out there.
I agree.
Yeah.
I'm curious what the residents have to say, because some of them don't have the ability to go to the transfer station.
Honestly, I think people should pay more for, I think if you're gonna have bulk removed, you should have to pay for it and pay more because in the 13 years I've lived here, I can tell you I've put maybe 4 or 5 things out for bulk. And that's like being very generous with that number. It's probably more like 2 or 3.
I would look at it and say, yes, I understand that. I think in some degree, you know, in some areas I see, yeah, okay, for me, I'll use myself for example. I live on a state road, so I get nothing out of the highway department, I get nothing out of any, you know, other than what my taxes for me concerned. I have no kids in school, I get curbside pickup for my garbage. That's the way I look at it.
I feel your pain.
But I also look at it and say, we've been curbside for so long, people don't realize other times, people say, okay, we have a transfer station, you need to bring it. There are people who will be like, okay, I'm gonna run mail, and people will be like, I'm gonna do a garbage run, and that's, you gotta pay me $10, $15. I mean, that's just the,
I'm saying like above and beyond
Your regular-
amount of trash. I mean, you, a regular house, maybe 2 good sized barrels. You drive around town,
Some
and some people have 2 barrels, and then there's
Me,
a
Yeah, but your
line
barrels aren't
where
big.
my barrels aren't big.
It's little,
How is your
like
house
house size.
I feel like I have 2.
That's not going to be a moving time. Well, that's like a moving time, but this is on a regular basis. People have a line of trash on a regular basis.
there are houses, I think, you can identify, that you drive by every week.
Absolutely.
Right, and in normal trash for
Yeah.
2 to 3.
You're not lying.
2 barrels, so
You know,
a
yeah.
couple bags, you know, it might be a
All right.
thing out of the burning.
So much for getting on here at 7:30.
Correct.
Okay.
Do we know how much over the contracted amount we go every week, or like,
For tonnage.
how much are we talking
Well, we
tonnage?
pay tonnage, we don't pay the contracted.
No, we pay a
Well,
monthly fee.
There is a
It's
monthly
flat
fee, but yeah.
And
Which-
then you pay a rate for tonnage, and they get asked.
So the contracted fee doesn't include any tonnage?
Well, yeah, so if you were to look at the bill, you would see like, oh, we pay $9,000 a month just to have them come into town to pick up the garbage. Then on top of that, we pay
The
to wait for the truck when it goes back in. So, if it's garbage day, if it's raining, if we have, you know, now your garbage is going to rain more because it's wet. I'm just saying. So like, if you were to look at.
Nice
In the truck or not in the truck?
We paid 54,485.57.
That's what's left in our, that's what's remaining in our budget.
So I guess I guess maybe if I could probably piggyback. So when they do the contract, how much tonnage are they like
I don't know.
budget?
I might have to.
Because so I guess that would be interesting because the whole sticker thing started when the town went like above and beyond, like way over the tonnage.
Yeah,
That bulk, and it took like, what was it, almost 2 weeks to pick up all of
yeah,
our
that was
bulk?
crazy.
Well,
Because everybody kept throwing more stuff out.
But yeah, so, all right, so right here, it's 194.
Literally.
What we budgeted this year.
Yeah.
That's gonna go up to like 230,000, I think.
Oh my God. All right. Okay. I'm gonna,
And it goes up to 230 because of the tonnage or just because of the contracted services?
It's because the contract and tonnage, it goes based, they look at your use, and then they base it, but I mean.
So they are including some tonnage in the contract,
Oh, yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it'd be kind
So
of like.
I guess my question was, how much over that tonnage are we going?
Oh, I don't know,
Oh,
so
yeah.
here, I got it here. They are, oh,
Well, I think maybe that would be,
so.
that would be
right,
probably
so
good
back
to
in
know so we
July,
can push
we
over
paid
ordinance because of the
$8,333 per
selectmen.
month. That's just the collection. Then we were paying disposal per ton, $98 per ton. Average disposal cost, $7,350. So now by the end, when it comes to December, because they're gonna have to get us into the contract, we'll be paying $12,758 for collection. $115 per ton. And then they say average tons is 75 tons per month. So then it's average disposal cost is 8,625. So we're going up, for disposable cost, we're going up about $1,300 per ton. And our disposal, well, that's the average cost, I should say, sorry. The disposal ton is from $98 to $115, but then the collection itself is going up from 8,333 to 12,728. That's for the remainder of the year. And next year's budget is the per monthly collection cost is $14,788 per month. The disposal per ton is $115, and again, with an average of 75 tons. So it's about $8,625 per tonnage. So
all right, 23,000 a month.
$23,113 a month per car.
So do we get hit with a bill if we go over the tonnage, and when do you get hit with the bill? Do you get it hit
Well,
at,
this is an average, so the thing of it is we pay $115.
Okay.
So if the tonnage is 80,
Yeah.
we're gonna pay $115, but then the next month might be 60.
Yeah.
Oh,
They're
okay.
telling us what the ton is.
So they're just basing it off our average.
Yes, they take
Okay.
the average of what it is from the past 2 or 3 years and say, you're okay, you do a 75 ton per month.
Yeah.
so so theoretically, if the town tightened up their ordinances and said everyone had to have a bin of this size and only one per house, like, if they tightened up the parameters like many other towns did, in theory, we could potentially lower our tonnage use and lower the cost.
So how would people, let's say they had a lot of trash, how would they then get rid of it? So, like towns like you mentioned Dover, where you pay per bag, they can buy extra bags. So if you say you can only have so many bags, how would they then get rid of?
Yeah, we still continue to be temple paper.
Or are you talking like extra regular
Okay, so
trash?
Christmas time, you have a whole bunch of trash.
Burn it. Cardboard
Yeah.
and wrapping paper?
Fire bag, get burned.
Not when there's snow on the ground.
But we can fire but a lot of people, and then wood stove, burn it there.
Well, I mean,
I
then I guess you'd have to look at what other towns do. I think if somebody is going like above and beyond over, if they're like, oh crap, I just had a huge party and I'm gonna need 2 bins, well, then maybe the town needs to say, okay, if you're gonna have a second trash barrel out there, then you have to like,
Again, it's the.
You know,
we leverage that.
yeah.
But yeah, so there are avenues, which is one of the things we were looking at with these 95-gallon barrels, whatnot. And if you want more, that's on you to pay for that. The town
Yeah.
will still pay the tonnage, you know, taxpayer will pay the tonnage, but you, as a taxpayer, will rent that extra barrel and pay for that, it's on you.
But that money goes, that money goes right, well,
It would,
right
it would
there
offset the
anyways,
cost,
but-
so
Right,
because,
Because the idea of going with, like, bids, the town would incorporate that. The town would pick up that tab,
Yeah.
cost, which is
But-
not cheap,
I was just,
you know.
thought of like, so if we go the bin route and,
Yeah.
somebody needs an extra bin, if they don't always need an extra bin, make them come to the town, pay the town, whatever.
No, that,
but-
if you have an extra, that's all directly through Casella, it has
Yeah.
nothing to do with the town. The only thing that has to do with the town is the garbage. I mean, because you're paying, I think, a month.
Well, no, so I guess what I'm saying, obviously we go the bin route, right?
Yeah.
I have my bin, I have a massive party, I need another bin for 1 week. I don't wanna go to Casella to get another bin for 1 week.
So I don't know what you would do, is maybe
Well-
hold back a bag and then.
Well-
you could have one.
Well, I guess like, I'm saying,
You say, hey,
Dumpster
Joe.
on your property
Or-
for $115.
or what- or-
Pick it up twice a week. twice a month.
could we make it be something that, like, if it's like a one-time thing or whatever, instead of having to go through Casella to get something extra, we come to the town takes that money and that goes into a revenue account to offset the taxes.
So then
Kind
we
of like the
have-
bulk
Then
sticker.
we have to have somebody, police getting in there.
Yeah, that's true.
or you could probably get a dumpster that
I mean,
you have to pay.
95 if you think
Not that I need-
95 gallon
I don't have parties, so.
95 gallon, garbage.
Pretty good.
It's pretty big.
It's a pretty big size.
It's
It's-
huge. If you're going to have more garbage.
I don't think I should.
Well, I mean, I think,
I might have a rager.
I mean, personally, like you say, like, you pay all this tax money for trash. Well, I'm paying a lot of money for trash that I mean,
So
I'll start having my
friends
friends and
trying
family.
to work through the
Okay,
garbage.
I think we
I'm
could.
saying, like, crack down, like,
I am.
have this and that's it, but just maybe tighten the rein a
Well,
little.
the timing of the rain would be at least having a barrel of cut.
yeah.
Well, and that's where the police needs to go.
Well, I mean, no, I was gonna say, our code enforcement would actually need to enforce our codes.
But they,
have,
the way they do
I
it
can
in
have a
other towns is they
conversation
go out
with
and
our
police.
police, because code enforcement has report to.
I don't know how much interest in ADUs there are in this town, but if
There
a
is.
lot of houses have ADUs, that'll significantly increase our trash.
Well, an ADU would have a separate address too, would it not?
No,
Or not like a number?
it'd be like a 36, like, a 36A.
But I mean, I
That's-
have a different philosophy on that, so it's like an ADU, if you're renting it out, it's included in their rent, I guess, I don't know, no, I'm just saying that. How much?
I don't think the rest of the community should have to pay for somebody's excessive use of something.
But, yeah, so it's an
Ongoing battle. Sounds great.
ongoing situation.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. But I do like the idea of reaching out to other areas too. And maybe if that's the case, maybe, maybe one boat might be school.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna pay, everybody pays for that.
Right.
There's a regular transfer station, right, you're not gonna take my regular garbage, but I go over to there and say, pay the $20 to get the TV, versus having to wait for a year for the mattress or whatever. Or it's like, okay, you're gonna pay for the mattress one way or the other, so if you get it, you just pay the $20 and just take it back.
Some furniture places aren't accepting.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, but there are some people who like, oh, isn't that good for your motion? There's a little something, please.
Yeah, I don't even use mine.
No, I don't either.
All right,
I was just gonna say, just like selling those buddies.
All right, what else you got?
okay, so I just, on the town meeting line, it's 414023, it's on the first page.
Yeah,
Nothing was spent out of that?
So that was, we didn't get charged by the school.
right.
Oh, all right, well, shh, don't tell the school that.
Yeah.
They have to charge us.
Just joking. So, and then for the supervisors, never mind, don't listen to me. It's 225 left. I'm thinking, okay.
So they've been short a supervisor.
Oh no, it's fine. You're gonna just ignore me, Bonnie, because there's nothing else for the rest of this year anyways, so that shouldn't change at all.
The only thing they have is they have to meet by
Oh, yeah.
law every 3 months now.
Yeah, that's,
So
Okay.
I'm not sure, they may have another one.
How much-
Every 3 months or 4 months, I forget which.
How much do we pay?
I think it's 25, 20
An hour or just
No,
for
the
sitting?
sitting.
Oh,
per each person. I think it's 20
okay. All right.
or 25.
Mhm.
Then it just was sitting.
It's for the sitting.
Oh, it's sitting.
Right.
No, for the day, it's different,
Yeah.
a lot more.
So when our tax collector left and then we got, is it Roy?
Yeah.
Did there have to be an audit done?
Yes.
Yeah.
So do we have to pay it above and beyond our regular audit? So is that gonna put us over?
I'm hoping not, because Jen has finished up the audit. What line are you looking at?
I don't, it just, I thought of it
Oh,
the
yeah.
other day.
Yeah, top, the second page.
Yeah.
I think we should be fine. And then last year we just walked because, I think they had finished up on 3 years of audits that didn't happen. And, we had some, it was, they didn't have, it's carryover or whatever, but I know in the past. So the 20,000, I think, is going to be enough to cover this year's audit plus the review. They call it review audit.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
I will make note, because it's probably come out, and you might see it, it's now, we looked at last month, but I didn't do any notes. Is the 40, on the second page, 41,940. You'll see that that's,
Yeah, but that
It's
gets
over.
offset though from the warrant,
I
right?
guess so, we moved 15,000 out from the special warrant article, so this is truly what's above and beyond that 15,000, so, and
Gotcha.
we will, this
Wait, what-
line will be
is it
more
this one?
because this doesn't
Yeah.
include the,
Wait.
court proceeding that happened. Here, thank you.
Oh, wait, time out. Wait a minute. Sorry.
What?
What number?
Oh, ZBA legal.
CBA legal.
419340, right?
Yes.
49,940.
We're looking at
So,
that much.
I think that's
right
fine.
now, it shows that it's overexpended by 13,570, that's not going to be more.
Okay.
But that's already, and that was basically, it was more than that, when we moved 15,000 to that CRF.
Yep.
Set up.
Oh, man.
That should be done with soon, maybe.
Is that something that we think is gonna carry over into next year's budget too,
I don't
or?
think so,
Okay.
unless it becomes like a continuation. We will know that by the end of the year, so if we need to, we can do another CRF.
Well, I
Okay.
thought after this last hearing,
I don't know all, but because, the state has changed some things and whatever, so I don't want to be like,
optimistic. Glass half full.
oh,
I wouldn't.
Glass is half empty person, no matter what, but, just saying, I don't want to say it's gonna be a canal, just.
So in next deliberative session, should I be more vocal when I talk about the legal fees? Because I did ask that question at the deliberative session and said.
You should probably increase whatever the warrant article is asking for to like double.
I personally didn't think it was enough.
I didn't either.
I'm one of the 5, and we all voted that was what the majority was at the time. Yeah, I think,
Let's see.
so, I think once the decision is made, it's fine with it, but I don't know if there's anything additional that can happen going forward after that.
Correct.
So, that's what I'm talking about, so if there is, then that would be a new CRF next year.
There will be a ruling by November 30th.
Yeah, because it's 30 days from
And
the.
depending on that ruling, we can send you on what happens.
Yeah.
Um,
What else you got?
so Robin might be able to answer this too. So the tax map update, we are budgeted for 2,200, we've spent 550. That's CAI, correct?
Correct.
Because typically, or they used to, and I know that they do where I currently work, they bill every month where I currently work, and I believe they used to bill quarterly here. Are they not doing that anymore?
I'm sure it's quarterly. I'm not sure.
Okay.
I have to look. I know it's not monthly. It's not monthly.
415215.
Okay, yeah. We can take a look.
Okay.
We only paid one bill in January. We haven't gotten another bill, so we can follow up on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know it's coming.
The stuff that's zero, like the septic service and propane and all of that, are you guys gonna be,
So the septic, that's probably not something that we would typically do every year, but I mean, I can take a look at that.
We just had that done, didn't we?
I don't know,
I think we signed it.
so maybe they came in and did it, and it hasn't been
Okay.
oh, okay.
I mean, I know there are a number of things that don't happen until the last quarter, which kind of throws everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Question for, you're on the planning board, Christine.
Yes, the chair.
The reference material line, you haven't spent anything out of it? It's not a lot, but I just want to like,
Yeah, because, so like those big books that we get, those come with our membership. So we don't have to
End of the
remember.
year.
They're planning will come, they come out every year, everyone's called about what's the
I've ordered 12.
But I mean, but we get them free because we're part of Stratford Regional Planning.
So we pay for them with the Stratford Regional Planning, like membership.
Okay.
And other reference materials, we really don't, we haven't yet found a need to,
Okay.
not to say that that wouldn't change, but.
I mean, the ZBA has.
We
the
haven't
same,
used
too.
much money yet, but we're coming into the fun part of the year where we're gonna be,
Well, because
because of
they put through these mandates, I call them mandates.
their mandates.
Yeah.
They voted on these different things, a lot of assessment company and some other stuff.
Yeah, that's
We
right.
have to incorporate those in our ordinances and they need to on the ballot, which I don't know why the state has passed it as a law, the town has to vote on it. So the town could not pass, the town could vote it down, but it's still the law by the state.
So it would still be, we'd still have to allow it?
Well, yeah, somebody would challenge, but, because I mean, it's up to the taxpayer, you go vote and you say, no, I don't want to do that. So if someone comes in and wants to do something, and you'd be like, well, our ordinance doesn't allow that, but they come back and say, well, yes, the state allows us to, so we have to put it down. I don't understand, I asked Blair about this, and it doesn't make any
Well,
sense.
so there's certain things that are like absolute. For like example, like an ADU, an existing structure being turned into an ADU. Like somebody wants to take their garage and they want to make it into an ADU. If it's 20 feet from the road, we can't restrict that. So that's like an absolute, like we can't, there's no wiggle room. But like if it was a multifamily structure, we could potentially say you can only have like 4 apartments per building.
Okay.
Where, like, so there's like
Yeah.
a wiggle room with the wording, so something like that would definitely have to be. So there's certain things that I understand why they would need to go on a warrant article, but there's others that are like, this is a waste of
But they
time.
have to, but I mean,
But we have
they
to.
just push these.
Right, so we
They
have to have
go
to.
on as a war- they have to go on, not as a warrant, they have to go on as an ordinance on the ballot.
But, yeah.
But the town can vote it down even though the state says it's a law, right?
Okay.
Which is fine, but in order to, and there's 30 of them. But it,
As right now.
Stratford Regional has, it is between ordinances and regs. Regs don't have to go on the ballot, those are handled by the planning board and voted on at the planning
Hearing.
board. But if it's an ordinance, it has to go on the ballot and be voted on by the taxpayer.
Okay.
But the rest, you know, so Stratford County, Stratford Regional Planning has looked at 10 of them for us, so we still have 20 more to look at. And then once we get these all situated and whatnot, then we need to send it to legal to make sure that they're, you know, they're good with what we've got on the, that's gonna go on the ballot. Yeah, so yes, I believe we will be on the next time.
We'll be busy. Okay. With that being said, we have positions available for the planning board.
No thanks.
Come on.
Roxanna, maybe you can answer this. 421052 Chiefs
Oh, yeah, I was
uniform.
gonna ask that.
We've spent almost $35,000 on Chiefs uniforms. That doesn't quite sound right.
I know it's not the,
It might be so. Yeah.
it's, but that line,
He's a fancy
Right.
dresser.
but that line isn't like specifically for the Chiefs uniform.
I think it's uniforms for his whole department, he's using it for. But let me get 41,
421052.
It's on page 3.
yeah, I know, but I have the details.
Like, why would we be paying Mac Mulkin Chevrolet out of that line? Because that's what that is.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Is that,
So this is, no, so it's Ben's uniforms, Ben's uniform, so in Atlantic Tactical, so he's ordering stuff out there for his, the part-time and full-time out of that line.
but on,
Because he doesn't have a line for, well, he doesn't have a line for.
well, but so September, in the general ledger that, Kim,
Yeah.
and,
Oh, the 34,000?
yeah, that's from Mac Mulkin Chevrolet.
Yeah.
Is that because I know he asked to pull money from the budget as
Yes.
opposed, so
Okay,
that's what
right.
that's for?
Right.
Okay.
Yes, so that's probably,
I was
that's.
like,
probably the
wait a
line
minute.
he told her, that, anything that is on here is based off the line number he's sent upstairs to book. So, yes, he did ask the board to be able to pay for his vehicle out of his
That's right.
budget because he has the money because he doesn't have the other full-time. I could ask him why he picked chief's uniforms line.
I mean, especially because it's $250 in the budget.
And maybe he wanted.
well,
so
maybe
it's-
she just screwed up on the line.
Maybe he wanted it so it stick
where the
out,
cost
so
of
it's
it.
obvious, that could very well be.
Is that the
Okay.
vehicle cost or was that the cost to outfit it?
I think that's the outfit it, right? Because it was the outfit that he was asking to pay out.
Cost of the vehicle and outfitting.
Okay.
Yeah. he's doing-
That's the total price.
He didn't want to trade one account.
Trading in the vehicles and then,
Oh, I thought that
Wait,
was
Mac Mulkin is
something on top of all
yeah, then you.
is
trade
who's
in.
outfitting
So
it?
this is, I believe this is the outfitting.
Usually it's New England Vehicle Outfitters.
I think this is the, oh, that could be in a different line.
Okay.
And it may not, that bill may not come in.
Right.
Because it just got.
I will say that Tahoe does look very nice.
I don't
Yes,
think
it
it
does.
has.
Yeah,
It does.
923, so I bet you the bill for the outfit has
Hasn't it come in yet? Okay.
But that will be coming through one of these lines in his, but I will ask him why he did it.
That
Again,
one.
the reason it's obvious.
Yeah. Huh?
Say that again.
Maintenance and repair.
maintenance and repairs or somewhere along the line.
I'll ask.
I mean, I don't know what his handwriting looks like, so it could just be chicken scratch and
It could
misunderstood.
have just been order enter.
Honestly, ask God.
What's this?
It
Why
went,
why did you pick the chief's uniforms line?
Yeah. Of all lines.
but maybe it was just entered incorrectly
All right.
by,
Yeah,
Also,
maybe the two look like, five look like a two or something.
there's a new line that was created with a zero budget that we have spent as well for the police department for investigative funding.
Yeah.
It's it's the top line on page 4, 421093.
I think that you wanted it, that, reflected in having its own line this year, but we moved it to a different line this year.
Yeah.
Add it next year.
And so, I mean, obviously I get, like, it's called investigative funding, so I'm assuming it goes to the funding for investigations.
he had an explanation last month for it. I remember him saying, I just can't remember.
Do we know,
Um,
I should have watched that video.
I forget what he did have an explanation. He had an explanation for almost everything.
Of course it did. He's got to be out.
He was so slick about it, I
oh,
forgot
so
to look at him.
that's for like, it's the psychological, that's for the hires and after the psychological. That's the investigative. Use that one.
It's like background checks, things like.
Well, it's kind of, but it's, you know.
Yeah, they have to have a psychological exam, making sure that they are fit.
Oh, it's for tests, polygraphs, and a physical. That's what it's for.
That's right, I remember he did.
What did we used to pay it out of?
It probably came out of, probably one of these other, well, we haven't hired anybody in a long time this year, so I don't know. It was probably.
A long time. Did you ever? Yeah.
Did he write his explanation or did he just have,
No, that's from like.
Sierra, yeah,
Well,
last
yeah.
meeting. That one we can have, that was the next
Oh.
one, yeah.
Thank you. Okay.
It might have come out of, I don't know that it might have come out of training before.
Okay, yeah.
Feel it.
Okay, so he's looking for that. Zeros. Okay. Alright.
So are you guys are you guys aware of like the new updates with the tax cap and voting? Because
No, I gotta look into it. I don't remember.
I haven't fully,
I don't think that's the way I do it.
Thank God.
Well, I guess what I would say, it's on the individual line. Well, the question is if it's 2%, it's higher than 2%, wrong, then I wanted to ask the attorneys about this improvement, to meet at town. I think you're gonna have to do it, each line that's increasing by over 2%, you're going above the tax cap or whatever, it's going to have to go to the ballot vote. It has to be $2. But if we had one line, right, so.
Right.
If we did the numbers so that everything is in okay, everything, we're gonna, let's use what we did last year, insurance. Take it out of the insurance line, make that the line that we're gonna say, the motion say we're gonna make that.
Right, make it easier.
Then we only have to do one, we have to do each set, each warrant article have to be voted on separately. You can't do like a roll and vote. It has to be each warrant article.
So, but the individual lines themselves can't go over 2%? Or?
Overall budget.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh. But I know but I think.
Allowed it to be voted on at the meeting.
There is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But
There
that's
is.
not a warrant article, like I thought that if it was brought up at the meeting, it could be voted on.
But it has to be a written.
Right, so say our warrant article 2 is like our red line, say it's $100,000. So say, well, we know that that's to keep us in the 2% tax cap, but we need over $20,000 more. So I make a motion at the meeting, I'm going to make that to $120,000. So that's above the 2%.
Right.
So then what happens is that particular article has to be voted on by that, has to be voted on by Jeff, and it has to be 2/3. My understanding is it can't be.
Yeah.
it can't be a hand.
Yes, that's the meeting.
It's at the meeting. Yeah, we have to write. We've had to do this before for.
We've done this for a few things.
Yeah, for a few other
Well,
ones.
yes, other things that
Yeah.
require 2/3.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, but my thought would be is we would try to want we know that we're probably going to go over the tax cap, right? Just garbage along.
Yeah. Yep.
So my concern is I would prefer trying just to limit it to like 1 or 2 more articles to have to go through and do an actual ballot vote.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be, you did it for each line item, that for our budget's like it's the 4 articles 2 through 8.
Yeah.
They'll be there to vote.
Time to
Dinner.
count about,
Yeah,
so it's
I'm not
like,
gonna talk about.
so if we could kind of. And then.
Remember, nobody delivers food to our town, so.
True, probably.
Yeah. So my thought is to kind of approach it the way we did last year, is to kind of say, maybe it's the garbage one. Maybe it's-
Well, yeah, that's what I was just thinking that. Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right. The only other line I see on this page is for the software line for the fire department. It's a 424011. I think that's fire. Oh no, that's not fire. That's code. I don't know if that's Avatar.
No, it's,
I ain't look at that on my. Jesus.
4240.
Yeah, because it's a zero budget and we spent out of it. That's really all. Before we leave, I'm gonna see.
Is that for, that's code enforcement?
Yeah, I totally lied. It's not fire, it's code.
Well, I thought Carl's computer had some updates or something.
well, no, I'm going to tell you what they have.
Oh, I don't need, I was just,
No, I wanted to see what it was.
Oh, okay.
because I have the detail, but for some reason I'm missing 4290.
42,
it, yeah, 424011.
4240.
Yeah. Yeah, tell me about it. School, work, here,
So
going
that
to
is
school.
for, I was gonna say Avatar. That's getting the wrong account.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, the only reason I was bringing it is because it's a zero budget, and we paid out of it.
Oh, wait a minute, but that's, yeah, it's, yeah. So I think you made a comment about the code enforcement software.
Yeah.
Now, we didn't budget anything for that, I think, because it got incorporated, we budgeted in another line.
Mm-hmm.
So now as they come through this year, our major hits the right line so that now next year we actually have the right, because there's code enforcement, there's tax collector, there's town clerk, and then there's
Assessing. Mhm.
So, yeah. Try to be better. That's why we wanted to see what was actually spent, because if you went to paying another line, you know.
Yeah, you don't really, you can't really, yeah,
So,
yep.
But if you add them all together, because I did, when I was putting them out last year, I added them all together, and I kind of split them up based on what we spent the prior year, because, yeah.
Oh, let's just leave her.
Yeah.
4,928, got 48,
Maybe 49.
page 6.
Yeah.
In with the CRS, it's got Old Town Hall rehabilitation.
Wait, 4928.
4,900.
4900-28.
Yeah.
In with the CRS, it's got Old Town Hall rehabilitation and over 75,000 spent.
Oh, that's probably,
So-
that's probably the highway. That's probably not the highway, that's probably the old town hall.
Oh, paving.
And I can find out if that's what that is, what that's really called, but it does have its own, account. So it's-
Would it not be in here?
I don't know. Well, it depends if she included it or not.
It's not, that one was not allowed, so I bet you that's probably not, that probably would be the right one.
No, I don't think it's in here.
No, it's not. Otherwise, I don't really have anything else to return. And this stuff doesn't matter anyways. This is all like CRF stuff anyways.
Yeah. So does our capital reserve, does that go towards our cap?
All of the CRFs, all of them do. So, like, I believe in last year, in the town meeting this year, oh my God, Jack had made the comment about, like, we had reached a point with the warrant articles that we were going over our tax cap and asked if the town wanted to proceed, and we all voted yes. Well, most people voted yes. So yes, they do play a part.
What was going, what?
The warrant articles play a part towards our tax cap. The wording of it, they do.
Well, if that's the case, then you should be able to use, if that's the case, you should be able to use your warrant article totals to come up with your tax cap. And my understanding is, as I was asking, so I mean, basically, if you take your, you have your budgeted items.
Right.
Say that's, I'm going to say 2 million, but it's less than that, that you can only use 40%, 2% is 40,000. But if you include your warrant articles that's raised by taxation, you have to be raised by taxation.
Right.
The other stuff that comes, so that would be like your the paving, the fire truck, or whatever. So say that's another $300,000. So really, your tax cap would be 3 million. Your 2% would be based on 2 million.
Well, but that's why, like, if you were to go back and watch the meeting, Jack says, once we get to the warrant articles that
Yes.
are for tax, is because we were going over our tax cap, because it does play a part into them, into it.
Which is funny, because like I said, I don't think you're allowed
Right.
at a meeting, it,
But when reading the RSA on tax cap, so it reads as if the warrant articles do affect it.
so yeah, so that's why
And that
I
it's
need to double check that.
The warrant
frustrating.
articles that
Because I can see.
Cause
For
I can
taxation,
say
yeah.
yes or no, I can say yes, or I can say no, because one is an operating budget versus the warrant articles, they're not necessarily, they're not part of your operating budget.
Right.
Sometimes they're one-time things, those typically when you do one-time returns unassigned because you
Yeah.
don't want that tax, like, you know, depending on something like that. Because my other thought would be, guess I could say is, what we could do is, we could look at the budget and say, okay, we're gonna absorb these in the operating budget, then look at our warrant articles and say, these are the ones we've done by tax increases, so do we say, fire truck, which is usually like $20,000, $25,000. Do we say, this 1 year only, we're gonna say 25 come on assigned to kind of keep that, and then next year go back to,
Right.
you know, so there's always that potential avenue to go down, because like I said, I'm trying to avoid, or at least I'm trying to,
Right.
I don't speak for everybody else, trying to avoid going, you know, pendulum swinging this way versus swinging this way. That's why, like, I will never go for a, you unassigned fund to buy down the tax rate. Because-
Well, I mean, you're only buying down like a penny with tons of money.
But I mean, you could buy it down, if people are like, oh, you buy it down rate, okay, I buy
you
it
get
down.
relief for a year and then you get split.
Yeah.
It's gonna go up double.
Right.
You bought it down, now you gotta bring it back to that.
You gave a false sense of relief to the taxpayer.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I would rather fund things to unassigned that way versus trying
Right.
to spend tax rate.
Especially if it's big one-time purchases.
Well, or just
you know.
establish, like we established the municipal, improvement, municipal building.
Yeah.
which we had no money for, and had we not had our funds, we would have been able to pay, we had a heating system in there, because we had the energy splits, you know, AC, you know, we wouldn't have had that money, we would have been, figuring out ways to get that, so. And we don't know, we have no CR this year, this equipment.
Right.
And we know these lines, $2,000 and buy much.
Right.
Same with fire, so we try to establish that, and try to get that going, so.
Yeah. No, I think it's great. I don't know if anybody else has anything on the town side.
No, I saw the, what's the place?
Oh, the welfare thing.
Welfare.
So I just figured so we did get the breakdown for like what welfare is looking at, but I was thinking we could discuss it next month, so that way we kind of have a chance to actually look at it, and maybe I can get Kim to send me.
What's that question?
I just, so she gave us what she's looking for next year, but I want to see, I gotta ask him to get me, like what was spent out of it for, because obviously I can't see I can see what she spent this year, so some of this wouldn't make me feel all warm and fuzzy about giving her the same amounts for some of these, if more, so,
If you want to say, if you want to see what was last year, I believe if you look in the last couple of.
I would probably find.
Back, it's what was budgeted.
Oh, I don't, like, you mean like the annual books? I don't keep those.
Right now? I think I have,
No.
I think I have an extra.
So, but I wasn't even alive then. Before we adjourn, I would like to bring up, I don't know if you guys want to vote on this tonight, you want to think it over for next meeting, but I need to step down from chair. I can no longer, it is not feasible for me to continue being chair, with everything else that I have going on in my personal life. So I am looking at 183 to step up, take it.
I can't be chair. I don't think I can be
No,
chair.
you can't.
People can be chair.
It's Tracy, Patty, or Danielle,
Danielle, Patty,
and Tracy,
Tracy, oh yeah, and you still have one
because I still have one spot open.
Well,
My personal thought is Patty. I think,
I
and,
can make a
you know,
motion.
we can, you know, if, I would 100% be okay. I think you would be a great chair. You've been on this committee going on 2 years now. You know what you're doing, whether you think you know what you're doing or not, you really do. So
I would make a motion for Patty Sendorf to be our chair.
I'll second that motion.
I'll second. Or if it hasn't.
We'll second it. Patty, are you okay taking that?
We're here for you.
Yes, we're definitely here to help you out. I can't, like, I don't have the time to monitor the emails or get over there and I don't have the time right now. So,
So basically, my job would be to make sure to forward all the emails like we get from the school.
yeah, everything.
Everybody,
Yeah.
forward that to everybody on the committee.
Yep.
And whatever else, and run
And
the,
then you run the meetings.
Yeah.
And then that way, if I have to not be here, I won't feel guilty about it.
She'll help when we get into having to sign
Yeah.
everything
Yeah.
and all that.
yeah.
Yeah, and I can certainly,
Yeah.
having been on that side.
Yeah. So if you're okay with that, all in favor? Aye. Perfect.
So.
You guys can do,
So do you have a key to the building over there?
I do actually, it's in my car.
So, but you have to walk through
I actually grabbed it on accident. I really did. Like the other day, I grabbed it on accident. I just gotta get the password.
What happens to vice chair now?
We'll vote on that next week, next month.
I think Danielle would be fabulous.
I think you would be fantastic.
Our representatives, Christine can't do it, she's a rep.
And I have too much. And Tracy, this is only Tracy's second meeting.
I'll make a motion at Danielle, which are last name.
Is it
Was there last
repair
name?
snow? Snow repair? What?
I would
Frank?
make a motion for Danielle
I'll second
to be vice chair.
It's super easy. You only have to fill in for Patty if she's not here.
Patty's on Lauren's here.
Huh?
Yeah. That'd be nice to see Lauren.
Don't,
But we would be here to help
but
you.
don't worry, you fed us loud when
Yeah.
that's why you bring your friends along.
Patty's always here, so really. Are you good with that? All in favor? Oh, all in favor? Aye. Yes. All right. Thank you guys.
Thank you, ladies.
I just gotta find the passwords now.
I'm gonna go home and make some more damn more.
I think you know what.
I keep all mine in my notes.
Oh, wait.
Oh, I'll make a motion to adjourn at 7:58.
Okay, I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.